people say, did you always want to fly? I guess, yes, I did. There are very few young lads who at some stage haven't said they wanted to fly. We do a lot more takeoffs and landings than your average airline. It's always hands-on, you're always monitoring, so you've got to adapt to the situation. Very little time to have the autopilot switched on or anything. Firegas is the Falkland Island Government Air Service. We're the only airline in the islands. We've got 5 aeroplanes, 4 pilots full-time and a full engineering complement. We do all our own maintenance. We're pretty much a vital link, I guess, to the whole farming community and the tourist lodges and things. We're slightly restricted because of the variety of our airstrips. All different surfaces, different lengths. The majority of them are grass, but we've got a few clay strips, 2 tarmac runways. The only instrument approach facilities we have are at Stanley and Mount Pleasant. If we can't get under the weather or around the weather, then we can't go. We carry a lot of freight around the islands, both into Stanley, produce from the farms. On top of that, we fly a fair amount of animals as well. The only veterinary practice in the islands is in Stanley, so if the farmer's sheepdog gets sick, for example, then we'll be asked to bring it in. And it can get fairly diverse as well. I mean, I've flown everything from sort of piglets and penguins to a foal one day, which was fairly dramatic. And a reindeer actually as well, so we've had a fair bit on these over the years. The worst thing is piglets actually, because they can really smell if they're on there for too long. That can be pretty hard going. And then you have the knock-on effect if you've got any passengers on board, which we tend not to do. We tend to avoid that, but every now and again you might be dropping someone off. And if the smell's in the aeroplane, it can be hard enough for the pilot, let alone anybody else. So generally for carrying penguins, they tend to be bagged up and tied at the neck sort of thing, so that any mess that comes out is kept in. It certainly wasn't something that I'd thought about chasing after. And that evening on the local radio they're advertising for trainee pilots. For the size of population, I think there are a lot more opportunities that exist elsewhere in the world, but the competition for those positions are of course far less. That's one of the bonuses of living here, I guess, in a way. The climate could be better, but if it was better, everybody would want to live here and would be overpopulated, so you can't have everything. It is generally a very nice, relaxed pace of life.